I don't know if this is even going to record my voice or not. It's kind of far from me, but I got some time to kill because I'm driving and I have it's a long ride, so I wanted to see if I can get some across. But I normally don't talk to anybody except my family, well, my friend, and I really don't tell people how I feel or what I think about certain things. I mean, I put some things on Facebook, or Instagram, but it's never me speaking. It's usually me writing something. But this one, I think I had to I had to say something because it's just, I mean, I love being an American, and I love being Puerto Rican. Obviously, I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was brought here when I was 14. But I was born in Puerto Rico, you know, as an American citizen because you're Puerto Rican. And then I moved here to Miami and went to high school and all that stuff. And then I went to the Army, just like all my uncles did. All my uncles, Puerto Ricans, and they all served in the military, all in the Army. And even my grandfather, even though both my uncles went to Vietnam, and then my grandfather, he had gone to Korea before that because he was in the Army as well. Yeah, he was drafted. So Puerto Ricans were drafted a lot. So both my uncles were drafted, my grandfather was drafted into the military. So it's kind of a family thing after that. My cousin, I believe, is in the Air Force. I have a couple nephews that are in the Army. It's a military thing. It's a military family somehow. You know, we kind of influenced each other into going and serving. So I love being an American. I love the freedoms we're supposed to have, and I love and I love the idea of being an American. I love being Puerto Rican. I love, you know, my heritage and the background and the ancestry. I'm proud of being a soldier, because that is something you can be proud of, because I had to do that. I wasn't born that. I had to do something. I had to sign up. I had to swear in. I had to go through the training. I had to go through the deployments and go through the training again. You had to do that. So that's different than being born something. If you're born something, you can't really be proud of that. You just be happy about it. Be loved that you are. But how are you going to be proud of something you didn't do? You just happen to be. But I love being an American, and I love being Puerto Rican. But I'm proud to have been a soldier. I'm proud of the Army. I'm proud of the military. I'm proud of the military, period. Army, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Navy, Coast Guard. I'm proud of them all. We have a bad history, just like we have a good history. We've done a lot of good things in the world, and we've done a lot of fucked up things in the world. Why can't we just admit it? It's okay. People make mistakes. Bad leaders make bad decisions, and we have done some fucked up things in our lives, and just like everybody's made mistakes in their lives, imagine the military as being one big family, and some cousins have made some bad mistakes, and they learned, and they grew, and they became better. That's what we are. That's what we're supposed to be, evolving, always be evolving, always being better, getting better. So the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, we've all done things in the past that weren't great, that weren't awesome. But just like we've done things in the past that were amazing and great and awesome. So we just gotta admit both sides. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. The reason I say that is to say this. We swore in as soldiers, as Navy, as sailors, as airmen, as Marines, to uphold the Constitution and to protect the citizens and to protect from enemies, foreign and domestic. Not just the foreign ones, but the domestic as well. And this is where I have a problem, because everybody seems to think the only domestic enemies we have are political things. It's just a political thing. It's, you know, it's liberals don't like conservatives. Conservatives don't like liberals because of whatever it is that they feel from some whatever ideology. But when it all comes down to it, you all are still Americans. You all are still citizens of the same fucking country. So it makes no sense to me why, where in Germany and in Europe it is illegal to fly the Nazi fucking flag, we as Americans who lost so many soldiers and airmen and sailors in World War II would allow anybody to fly the Nazi flag on our soil. It makes no sense to me. So don't say you're a patriot and at the same time hug a Nazi flag or have your Nazi flag hanging up from the wall, which I saw that shit in the barracks a few decades ago. I saw a Nazi flag in the barracks and it pissed me the fuck off. It's like, wait a minute, thousands of soldiers died fighting that motherfucker with a flag, and you have the same flag on your wall? What the fuck is that about? It's like having a Muslim soldier with an ISIS flag on the wall. There are plenty of Muslim soldiers that do an amazing fucking job. I know a Muslim chaplain myself that when I was a medic, he helped me with a lot of people that needed help. There's some Muslim chaplains out there that and then he can whoop ass on top of that. It was funny as fuck. But there's a lot of Muslims in the military. A lot of them, believe it or not. A lot of them don't even say they're Muslims because they know they're going to be ostracized. So I found out later on when we deployed a couple, 6-7 months in, that somebody will tell me, I'm a Muslim, right? I didn't know that. I said, yeah. I said, I didn't know. But he was still fighting there on my side and whooping ass on my side, on the U.S. side, right? On the Army side. It's like that person hanging up a fucking ISIS flag on the wall. That same soldier. Would you allow that shit? Of course not. So why would you allow a fucking Nazi flag to be hanging on your wall? If you're a soldier. This is the reason I'm saying as a soldier, not as a Marine, Navy, I'm just as a soldier. Because as a soldier, you lost thousands of soldiers of your family members were killed by people who using that flag. So I never understood that shit. And then on the other side of that, let's go back a little bit more. If you flying a Confederate flag, you can't be patriotic because the nation falls under the United States flag. That is the flag of the United States. The Confederate flag was the flag that was fighting the United States flag. So it makes no sense to me for you to live in a country where you have an American flag, which is your flag, but you fly the Confederate flag, the enemy's flag, on the wall as you literally join the military as an Army soldier, the Union Army, by the way, with a Confederate flag on the wall. That makes no fucking sense. Not only does it make no fucking sense, it irritates the shit out of me. Not just the racism part of it, or the slavery part of it, historical part of it. That's all of it is enough not to fly that fucking flag. But the fact that you joined the Union Army, the Union Army is the one that was fighting the Confederate Army. The United States Army is the Union Army. What the fuck? What's so hard about this shit? It's the same reason we don't allow the Japanese Imperial Sun flag. Back in the day when we fought the Japanese, right? They had a different flag. They lost the war. They lost a fucking flag. And it does not get to be flown around in the United States just for the hell of it. So I just don't understand it. How you call yourself a patriot, an American patriot, and then have the enemy's flag wrapped around your shoulders or hanging from a lanyard or on the wall in the barracks or on your truck, then you're not an American patriot. You're a Confederate patriot. You're a Nazi patriot. You're not an American patriot. Don't say you are when you're not. It's a lie. And if you don't understand the difference between those two things, then that is a problem of your educational background. It has nothing to do with the flag. It has to do with your education. We fought against the Nazis that used that flag. If you are pro-Nazi, you're against America. Period. It's not really hard to define. It's not really that hard to get to. If you fly the Confederate flag, you're going against the American way, because the American way of life fought against the Confederate way of life. The American flag fought against the Confederate flag. And if you like one flag over the other, you're not a patriot of the other. How hard is that to understand? When you call yourself a patriot, understand what you're saying. You're not a patriot. And then again, I believe in the Constitution. Then you're not a Confederate patriot, because you can't be for the Confederacy when they didn't want the Constitution in the first place. What the fuck? How stupid do you have to be? Is that what it has to be called? Stupid, dumb, not intelligent, not look up for your own shit? This is your history, goddammit. Do I know your history better than you? How the fuck does that work? I'm Puerto Rican. I shouldn't know any of this shit. But because I wanted to be in the army, I thought it was a mythical thing. I learned and read and went to the color guard, and high school became ROTC, all that bullshit, just because I was so enthralled about being into the military, in the army. I wanted to be a soldier so bad. My uncles did it, my grandfather, I just wanted to do it. And I learned all I could about it. And I learned about some fucked up things we did. Yeah, we did some fucked up things. We've also done amazingly great things for the world. All right? Just like we're going to say we did some bad things, some great things, we have to say, well, yeah, we also made some mistakes. Because people make fucking mistakes. That's what they do. And the army is nothing more but a group of people. And they will make mistakes. Governments are nothing more than a group of people. They will make mistakes. Nations are made of people. They make fucking mistakes. Get over it. Not get over it as in forget it. Learn from it. Accept it. See what the problem was, and don't do it again. Fix what you had to do before so it doesn't happen again. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're flying, but you have to at least admit and understand what you're doing. If you're an American and you're flying a Nazi flag, you're spitting on soldiers that died fighting that fucking flag. You're spitting on spies that died behind enemy lines getting information to fight that fucking flag. You're spitting on Germans themselves that were executed because they wouldn't salute that fucking flag. Not to mention the millions of Jews, gypsies, homosexuals, liberals, whatever, that were killed by the Nazis. Without putting all those people together, just on the soldiers alone that were killed by the Nazis should have been enough. Should have been enough for you to say, yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck that flag. No, you fly with pride, and then you say you're a proud American. How the fuck do you coincide those two things? How do you marry those two things? I'm a proud American by flying a German Nazi flag. Funny thing is, you go to Germany and you fly the fucking German Nazi flag, you go into fucking jail because it's illegal to fly that flag in Germany. It's illegal to fly it in most of Europe. Did you know that? That's why when you look at new racist groups in Europe, they use a modified Nazi flag because it's illegal to fly the shit. And they were there. If anybody has the call to do whatever the fuck they want to do with that flag, it's them, because they're Europeans. They're in Germany. Some of them are in Germany, and if they want to fly that flag, hey, you got some balls. But even they know it's a fucked up symbol. And it was their symbol. We fought against the symbol, now we're flying the goddamn flag. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong? Think about it. How patriotic are you to the United States when you're flying the flag of your enemy? Find another flag. Design some shit that says I hate everybody that don't look like me, that don't have the same hair, that don't have the same color, that doesn't speak the same language. I hate all them people. Write all that on a flag, fly that bitch. But why you have to fly the one flag that we literally fought against? Confederates, same shit. When I was married, I was almost run off the road by a truck carrying 2 Confederate flags. Funny part is, I later saw that damn truck on base in Virginia. So it's the same truck, same flag. He's a soldier. He's carrying the enemy's flag. If you fly the Confederate flag, why the fuck did you join the army, the enemy of your flag? It doesn't make fucking sense. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Now, for what happened the day before yesterday, I'm sorry, that fucking terrorist asshole that ran over those people. They don't want to call it terrorism? Why? Just imagine the guy was a Muslim. That's all. Imagine he was a Muslim. Hey, a Muslim guy just ran into a that terrorist. Just say it like that. See how simple. It's fucking simple. The fact that certain people don't want to call it what it is the balls on these people. The same ones that used to say that the last president wouldn't call jihad, what is it, Islamic terrorists by their name. But then this asshole, white supremacist terrorist, oh no, he's just a car crash. We don't know all the facts. Both sides, violence on both sides. You must be out your fucking mind. If you believe that the Nazi flag is important, there's something wrong with you. You're not a patriot. Just get that out. Let's just make that sure on that. If you think the Nazi flag is important and it means something, you're an idiot and you're not a patriot, which is what hurts me the most. That you're not a patriot. You spew out your mouth that you're a patriot, but you're not. Okay? And if you want to know my credentials, look at my goddamn glasses. If I lost my contacts, so I'm wearing my old BCG fucking sunglasses so I can see. If you don't believe I was in the military, feel free to look my ass up. And I believe in the Second Amendment too and all that shit, so don't give me no comments of threats of you're gonna do this and that and the other. Baby, I got a 9mm and I got plenty of shit in this car to take you out. It's just, let's call a spade a spade. If you're a fucking patriotic person, you're not gonna fly the Nazi flag. If you're flying the Nazi flag, you're not patriotic. You're pro-Germany, pro-Nazi Germany. Okay? Because that was their flag. And if you're a Confederate flying motherfucker, you're not patriotic. Don't join the military. Find a militia to join and do that shit. But don't join the military and then have the balls to carry the Confederate flag, because that was the enemy of your flag. When you're joining the enemy, it's the stupidest, most backwards, dumbass thing, and that's why people make fun of you, because you're doing things that you literally make the joke. You write the joke. I'm a patriot with my Nazi flag. So fuck the thousands of soldiers and Navy sailors and Marines and airmen that died fighting these motherfuckers that had these flags. I'm a patriot. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm a patriot. I'm flying the Confederate flag. And fuck that, whole Civil War bullshit that the flag that my constitution and my flag was fighting is. You literally fly the enemy's flag and then I'm gonna join the military. That's just, you're writing the jokes yourselves. You're literally writing your own jokes. So please stop doing that. Come up with a new flag. Come up with something that means something to you. But that's the thing, you don't have anything, do you? You don't have anything that literally means what you're trying to say. You don't. You have nothing because did you not remember what happened to the Nazis? That's another thing. What happened to Nazi Germany? Did you forget? What is it with y'all? You like to be losers the whole life? You want to be a loser your whole life? Then maybe I'm wrong. You're right. Carry the Nazi flag because that's what losers do. The fucking losers that carried the Nazi flag last time got obliterated. Were left behind by history. And that's what you guys are going to end up doing. Either destroy this country by just engulfing it in some type of biblical bullshit, which is what you're looking for, or you're just going to be on the wayside of history like a bunch of morons that flew with the wrong flag. Alright? So, I just have to say that because it's just the patriotism thing kills me. A person saying they're patriotic while wearing a Nazi helmet and a Nazi flag, it's like spitting on all the veterans that came before you. You like that damn flag so much? Join the military. Don't join the military. Don't say you're patriotic. That's it. It's real simple. If you got a problem with that, hey, that's your problem. You got to figure that fucking bullshit out. That makes no sense to me. Idiots.